And welcome to another BizWise English lesson. So today the subject was giving a project update in English, and we have a focus on the past perfect, the passive voice, and some vocabulary you can use for describing the status of your project. So what are the objectives today? Give clear updates using status phrases to use the past perfect. Don't worry, it's okay. The past perfect and the passive voice. Learning polite and precise project language. All right, now the first slide. This is just a warm up. It's a project check in idea just to make you think about projects you've had. And have you ever had to give a project update? So maybe talk to your manager about the status of your project. Think about the type of project and what was your biggest challenge. Now, in class, we discussed this, and the biggest challenge all around is to do with communication, always communication. So, making sure everything is really clear. Key vocabulary, words that you can use, and you must make sure they are in your vocabulary. On track, delayed, ahead of schedule, behind, and postponed. I hope you know the meaning of all of these words, but they are essential for you to use. Others are words such as launch, be careful of the pronunciation, launch, phase, milestone, deadline, delivery, update, task, issue, and challenge. Okay, so make a note of these before you move on to the next slide. So let's think about an example. You might see sentences like this. We're currently in the testing phase. The design work has been completed. The delivery date has been pushed back. Phase 1 had been completed before we received the amended designs. Now, think about these sentences. They're all quite possible to have within a project update. What are the tenses? Now, your tense is the verb. That tells us whether it is in the past, the present, or the future. Think about the tenses that you see here. We are currently in the testing phase. Is, oh, sorry, which tenses are they? Present simple for the first. We are currently in the testing phase. The design work has been completed. Is the present perfect? The delivery date has been pushed back. The present perfect. And phase 1 had been completed is the past perfect. It uses had and the past participle, had been. Before, it's something that happens before something else in the past. And the other verb, which you can't see because I think my picture is in the way and I haven't been able to work out how to move it yet. The other is the verb we received the amended designs. It is the present, the past simple, the past simple. So we've got a combination of the past perfect before the past simple, and this is how we use the past perfect. Now, you need to understand status words. We've seen words such as already completed, things like words like postponed, delayed. But what do they mean? Do they mean that this point that you're making, it is finished? It is a recent it is something that happened recently. It is ongoing or delayed. Take a moment to read each sentence and then decide. I will start to give you the answers. So pause the video if you want to think about each sentence. Sentence number 1. We'd already completed the testing phase before the client review began. This sentence is finished. We'd already finished it before something else began. It's done. It's done. This is a finished sentence. The supplier had promised to deliver last Friday, but the shipment still hasn't arrived. Yes, it's in the past tense, but what we're talking about here is a delay. The shipment still hasn't arrived. It's delayed. We are currently working on the final presentation for next week's meeting. We are working on. It is ongoing. It is in progress. We've just finalized the budget proposal and sent it for approval. The key word is just. We've just done something, means it is recent. We've made significant progress since the last update, but we still have a few tasks left. That shows it is ongoing, it is continuing. By the time we launched the product, all training sessions had been completed. It's done, finished. We'd planned to finish by September, but the software issues pushed us back 2 weeks. To be pushed back means delayed. Okay, you can of course always go back and look at this again if you want to be sure. Grammar focuses the past perfect. Now look at the timeline. The red dot is now. Go back. We've got some kind of past tense, but before that we have the past perfect. The structure: had plus the past participle. Had done, had seen, had gone, had been, had worked. How do we use it? It is used to describe actions completed before a point in the past. There are 2 past actions, and had done is before the other past action. The team had finished the design before the meeting started. I hadn't seen the budget before I presented the quarterly accounts. Had not is the negative. Okay. So you notice there's a bit of a keyword going on here, the word before. So let's look a little bit more detail the past perfect. The form is had and the past participle. How do we use it? It is the earlier of 2 actions. Signal words: before, after, by the time, already, and when. For example, she had left before I arrived. They had finished dinner when the phone rang. It clarifies a past sequence. And now you've got to practice. The verbs I want you to use are in brackets, but turn them into the past perfect. The manager had approved the plan before we launched. We had not tested the software before release. I had sent the draft before the deadline. They had not resolved the issue in time. He had completed the training before joining. Okay. The grammar focus number 2 is the passive voice. We've talked about this before, but let's do it again because it is so important when you are writing reports or giving status updates, because they are used to focus on the action, not the actor. For example, the report was submitted yesterday, not I submitted the report. The report was submitted. It is not about me, it is about the action for the report. A new deadline has been set, not I set it, but it has been set. The structure is the verb to be, which can be in the past, the present, the future, whatever you want, and the past participle. Was submitted, has been set. So here we've got some sentences for you to practice. And number 1, if you look at the end of the sentence, that is the tense I want it to be in. So number 1, I want in the simple past. So the verb to be will be in the simple past, followed by the past participle of the verb in brackets. The update was sent. The next is to be in the present perfect. A new supplier, present perfect, has been, and chosen is the past participle of choose. The files, we want simple past, the files were not uploaded on time. Number 4, just simple future. A review will be scheduled for next week. And last, in the simple past, the task was completed by the intern. Good. Just a little point here. When you're talking about updates, just be aware of how you say things, and remember you want to sound as positive as possible. We delivered the project 2 days early. Yay, yay, yay. But if you say, if there are issues, you must be honest. There were some issues, but we managed to keep going. No one cares. All right. There were some issues. That's your update. We managed to keep going. We don't want that in the report. It's not about the actors or the people, it's about the actions. Number 3 is hard to say. We stayed within budget but missed some targets. That is all just so vague, not clear, not honest. It sounds like you're trying to hide something. It is not hard to say. Tell the truth and the facts. Okay, so little task here. Take some time to think about this. Write a short project update, something you could actually say, and use a verb in the past perfect, passive voice, and some kind of status words, delayed, completed, track, milestone, deadline, etc. Just a few sentences to give an update. Okay, I hope this has helped you. Just practice. And the past perfect is an event that happened before another. So use clear project vocabulary. Please always be honest. Combine the past perfect and passive. We use both of them in reporting. Stay calm and factual. Factual, very important. And practice with short updates. Make short updates every time you've got a project. Even if you're doing it in your head, make yourself a little update in English. Okay, thank you. I hope this has been helpful, and see you next time for BizWise Business English live class. Bye for now.